I don't know if I would call it a shortage per se. I would say there's a skills gap. What I hear all the time is from companies, we are ready to hire, but people need to have the skills. They need digital skills, cybersecurity skills, data skills, cloud computing skills.
That's the Commerce Secretary at the White House. The question apparently was about a shortage of employees in the hospitality and the tourist industry, and that's how she chose to answer that, brushing off claims of a worker shortage in which the White House has been slammed, and so has the country, by this pandemic. This after President Biden told one restaurant owner that if you pay your workers more, it won't be so hard to fill the job. Steve Moore worked for President Trump. Robert Wolf advised President Obama, also a Fox News contributor. Gentlemen, nice to see you on a Friday. All right, here we go. You heard it. We played it for you. Steve, what do you make of it?
Well, let's first talk about what Joe Biden said. I mean, I thought it was just supremely arrogant for the President of the United States, who hasn't had a private sector job in, 40 years and probably has never actually run a business, to tell a small business owner, gee, all you have to do is raise your wages. If he knew anything about the restaurant industry, those companies have such small margins that if you require these small businesses just keep raising their wages, and I'm in favor of higher wages, but you're going to put a lot of those businesses out of business. In terms of that skill gap issue, it is true that some of these positions we need better skills of workers, but we're talking about the construction industry, manufacturing industry, restaurants, nursing homes, hospitals. Though the employers will provide the job training for these workers if they'll come back to the jobs. But in those blue states with that $300 a week increase unemployment benefits, they're not getting off the couch. It's just the evidence is very clear. The red states are not having the problems the blue states are.
I think there's 7 million jobs open. I think as of a week or two ago. 9 million. Oh, okay. 9 million. All right, Robert, go ahead and defend this policy.
Well, it's kind of straightforward. I mean, there's 9 million jobs open. There's also 9 million unemployed. There's absolutely a skills gap. For part of it, there's a lot of jobs that can't be filled, and there has been a mismatch for years. And with respect to the extended unemployment benefits, only 3+ million people are on it. 9 million plus are unemployed. So those 6 million hardworking Americans, they're not taking jobs because of an unextended benefit that they're not even getting. And with respect to hospitality and leisure, I mean, Steve, they have been the biggest growing sector for job gains. So the truth is, if you actually pay better wages and pay benefits in a post-COVID world, you will make hires. That being said, people now have different choices, and they're going to make the right choice for their next job. I would not be spiking the football in red states versus blue states. 20% of new vaccine cases, COVID cases, are in Florida. I think we don't know the post-COVID world yet.
I got it. Steve, your name was invoked. I do believe, gentlemen, and we would agree there's a small percentage, I don't know what it is, but a small percentage of people, their habits have changed, and that happens when you do something different for 16 months of your life. Steve, defend it. Robert talked about it. You go.
Look, I think the president and the vice president and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer just have to get out and talk to small business owners, and they will find that they can't get the workers back, Robert, that used to be working for them. They won't come back. And when I talk to small business owners, they say the reason the workers say they're not coming back is because they're getting all this unemployment benefit bonus money. They're getting food stamps. They're getting the $300 a week per child benefits. These benefits are providing more money to the workers for staying on the sideline than going back on the job, Robert. That's just a dumb policy. Let's incentivize get people to work.
That expires in about 6 weeks. Robert, I got 5 seconds. Make it quick.
Yeah, I mean, the facts don't state that, and this is not a Pelosi, Schumer. This is an American thing. We have to make sure people are going back in a post-COVID world with the right medical benefits, the right health care benefits, and that we have people going back to work in jobs that are not going to be so transitory. I mean, Steve, those facts just are not.
Gentlemen, I'm out of time, but listen, Austin Goolsbee is normally with us on our Friday Money team. He lost his father this past week.
Love Austin.
And we just want Austin to know that our heart's with him and his family, so we look forward to getting him back here soon. In the meantime, thank you, gentlemen. Steve, Robert, enjoy the weekend. Thanks, guys.
You too.
Thanks, Bill.